there, welcome guys to a brand new video. Today I'm having an Armavation conversation with the one and only Michael, aka 46 and Tool. So thank you, Michael, for wanting to do this interview. So starting off, I always like to ask my guests, how are you doing and how has your year been so far?
My name is Michael, 46 and Tool, Lady Killer FB, Alec White LFB, whatever. First question is, how am I doing and how has my year been going so far? I am doing great, and I am thankful for everything I have in my life. Thank you, universe. And my year is going pretty good. We got out of a really small apartment that had outgrown our family size, and we got into a really nice luxury apartment, which is really dope. Which is big enough for all of us too. We have a fat bedroom, and then the kids each have their own room, and yeah, so we went from a small 2-bed 2-bath to a huge 3-bed 2-bath, and it's beautiful.
I want to discuss your upbringing. What was it like growing up in your area? What's your background story? How did you get into fingerboarding, and how did you learn how to fingerboard?
So I grew up in Maine for the first 7 years of my life, and then my family moved out to Arizona, and then we lived here until I was like 17. Then we moved back to Maine, and then I lived there until I was 27, and then I decided to come back out to Arizona. I've been here ever since. But I started fingerboarding or playing with tech decks in school, and I was always a skateboarder kid, so like it just came natural. And then anytime I've worked a desk job or whatever, I always play with tech decks or fingerboards. So yeah, I would do build collections and whatnot at a desk, and so I'd sit there all day playing with fingerboards, or back then tech decks, because they didn't really make fingerboards. Now, this was probably back in 2001, 2, 3 area. Yeah, and then my earliest, I started taking it serious when I was 18, a little older. I was yeah, this is still cool, but not serious enough to be hey, I'm gonna do it all the time, I guess.
Looking at your Instagram page, before sharing fingerboarding content, you shared family photos of you and your children. Can you share your experience on what it's like becoming a father and what it means to you?
Yeah, I became a father at a really early age, actually. My oldest son is 19, and he'll be 20 this coming April. And actually, he is the same age I was when I found out that I was going to be a dad. I was 19, just about to be 20. But yeah, it's crazy. I have 6 kids, and I love each and every one of them. I wouldn't trade them for the world. But 4 of them live in Maine. 2 of them are out here with me in Arizona. But my kids in Maine are a little on the older side now. They're not really kids anymore. They're more like teenagers now. So I have 4 boys and 2 girls. But my daughter Kira, who lives in Maine, she's 12 right now. She's about to be 13 in January. And then Dylan and Nathan and Ryan. So Dylan is 15. Nathan just turned 16. And then Ryan will turn 20. He's 19. He'll turn 20 in April. And there's nothing in this world that means anything more to me than my children. I don't care about any material possession or anything. The only thing that matters to me are my kids. So if I didn't have them, I would be a very, very broken man. You can take anything from me, man. Just don't take my kids. So yeah.
How has your family helped support you in your journey, especially with fingerboarding?
My girlfriend didn't really care for it at first until we went to AZ Finger Skate 12 or 13, and she saw all of the cool obstacles and parks and whatnot, and she saw people make stuff, and she got inspired, and she's I want to start making fingerboard obstacles and stuff. So, and then I started making obstacles too, and so now I have a big pile of obstacles right there. All those boxes, just fat, dope obstacles that need good homes. So if you know anybody looking for any, hit me up. I got plenty. I also make these too. I got fingerboard lanyards, so $5 a piece. Boom! I got just about any color you could want. So yeah, my family has always been behind me on the fingerboarding thing. I didn't start picking it back up until 2023 when I started working a desk job at home for Discover. And so I was like just sitting at home, at work all day at home on the phone, and I was like, I just need something to do with my hands. So I had tech decks laying around, so I would play with them. And I've always played with tech decks. I had a little bit of a break between like having my first kid and then having my last kid. My youngest son, we have played with tech decks his entire life, so, and he's 11 now. But yeah, they've all been very supportive. Like, I have buttloads of like fingerboard stuff, and I'm always talking about fingerboarding and showing them tricks and whatnot. My kids like it. My son fingerboards, he's pretty good too. But yeah, so we might actually throw down some father-son clips. That would be kind of cool.
What are some of your favorite tricks to do, and which is the hardest trick you ever had to do?
I like to free skate, really. I don't like to like set out with a particular trick in mind unless I'm like on something right there. Like if I just like see a video or something on YouTube and I'm like, oh man, I want to try that, then I'll be on one. But for the most part, like I just free skate, really. Like I don't know, I just like do whatever feels good at the moment. So, but the hardest trick that I've ever had to do or had to learn was definitely a nollie heel flip, for sure. Like nollie heel flips are insanely, stupidly hard. But I struggled with a heel flip for a long time too, almost a year I think, before I finally figured out how to get heel flips. But like all of the tutorials online are all different, so everybody says to do something different, and it's just something you have to figure out on your own. And like you can get all kinds of information from other people, but you have to perfect your finger curl in order to get the heel flip. And it's the same way but backwards, doing a nollie heel. And I've done quite a few of them. I got some on tape so I can prove that I've done them, but I don't have them anywhere near like I should. But yeah, I mean, I keep practicing. One day I'm gonna have them down just like my kickflip. It's just I gotta find what works for me. Just same with the regular heel flip. Because the way you do a heel flip on a real skateboard, you ollie and then you kick your heel outward, and then the board flips heel flip. But on a fingerboard, you have to ollie and curl your finger inward, and that makes the board flip outward. And it's just like that boggled my brain for the longest time, and I think that's why I had such a difficult time learning a heel flip on a fingerboard, is because it just like went against everything I know as a skateboarder. Because every other trick is the same, like kick flips and all of that. It's all the same, but a heel flip, for some reason, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know. But yeah, that was definitely one of the hardest tricks. Other than that, I can do just about anything. So like shark flips or whatever, I saw people doing them and I was like, okay, we can do that. Like there's not really any trick that I can't do. It's just, it might take me a minute.
What are some essential tricks and tips every fingerboarder should know or learn about?
Obviously how to ollie, like that's the basic one. And the way I learned how to do it was on the side of my leg, right above my knee. And that's also a good way to like learn like heel flips or any flip, really. I mean, you can do just about any trick from that position on your knee, or on the side of a wall. It's just an easy way to like teach your hand the muscle memory and the movement of doing an ollie without like putting too much pressure of having to do it on you. You have more control doing it on your leg because you can flip the board over when you ollie like this, so you have more control of it, and it's just teaching you the muscle memory and like everything you need to know to learn it. So I would definitely, like, anybody that needs help, and like just practice, I guess. That's really the only thing you can do. Just wait till you get to nollie heel flips. They're a crazy beast. Essential tricks are just like ollies, kick flips, heel flips, shove-its, nose slides, tail slides, board slides, 50-50s, crooked grinds, 5-0s, stuff like that. And then you can mix in the variations of flip in, flip out. I'm more of a flip out kind of guy rather than a flip in kind of guy, but I'm trying to mash them together and flip in and out of tricks. But it just makes it more complicated, but it makes it a hell of a lot cooler when you actually land them and they look clean.
You mentioned to me about the shark flip, so what's the key to completing the shark flip, and are you able to try it during this interview? If you can't, it's okay.
I probably can't do it. It's too loud. But the key to it is to like stick your obstacle down so when you put the pressure on the rail and on your board, it doesn't push your obstacle or make it jump in the air. That was one of the things that I had the most difficult time with, is because I actually used this obstacle, and every time I put the downward pressure on the rail, it would, holy crap, it's dusty. It would make the stair set move or jump. And then once I sticky tacked it to the surface that it was on, I was able to actually get the flip in. And then, of course, like, I saw that online, but I didn't want to do, like, I wanted to do a shark flip, but I didn't want to do it like everybody else had done it. And so the variation that I did was going up the rail, shark flipping into a board slide, and coming back down the rail. Everybody else's was like down a rail or however they had it. So I wanted mine to be different. I didn't want to copy their style. I just wanted to be inspired by it. So, but yeah, I like my variation of it too. And I can do it a couple different ways, but I think the going up the rail, shark flip to board slide and coming back down was a little cleaner and sicker, more creative than just starting at the top of a set and going down.
You have so many different props that are a part of your setups. Which have been some of your favorite to use? Can you share some of the items?
I have a lot of stuff, dude. Like, I have a bunch of stuff. So this is a Slush Cult Decent Bit mini ramp collab. Right here I have a Modified Matter Volcano. I have a bunch of stuff under here, dude. I have a GGC spine. The stair set is also GGC. I have a Lantwit pocket quarter pipe, which was sent to me to make a like a brand video of it. Dude sent this to me for free and just wanted me to make a video of it, testing it out, and it's actually really nice. Like, the only problem is that it has a thick lip, so like getting the board to go up over it is a little difficult, but I understand why he made it that way, because it's supposed to be like a pocket quarter pipe, so if it's thin and brittle and you put it in your pocket, it's gonna break, so I understand. It's cool. A little teak tuning transition tape and you're good. This is a Tech Deck A-frame or pyramid or whatever you call it. I always call it an A-frame because it looks like an A to me, but some people call it a pyramid. But that, and then that thing's really old. That's probably one of the very first obstacles that I got when I first got back into it. And then I have a LC Boards half pipe right here, which is pretty cool. A little smaller than the dimensions they had listed online for it, but it's cool. It's still pretty fun to play with. But as far as that, I think this is pretty much like all of my wood obstacles, except for my park over there. I have a Tiny Ramps park, so the Tiny Ramps park is pretty cool, and you'll definitely see that in like probably like 80-90% of my videos since I got it. And then of course setups. These are just like the basic ones that I've been using lately. 3 goo, and then I just got this Holy Grail deck, this one right here, the other day, but the graphic was like really, I don't know, man. I didn't like the graphic on the Holy Grail deck, I'll be honest. And it was advertised as real wear, but it didn't really feel like real wear to me, and it like came off super easy, and now it's like all over one of my benches, and it's just gross. And I filed the remainder off just to get it off because it started to get sticky anytime I tried to like nose slide or tail slide anything, and I can't roll with that. These ones, like obviously it's just got some wear to it, but you can tell that it's real wear, and that graphic isn't stopping. Like, there's no friction or stickiness to the graphic, which I like. That's primarily why I keep messing with goo.
Speaking of props and setups, you now have the 6-7 prop with the hands holding a 6 and a 7, which has become a more trending phase recently. Can you talk more about how you got the 6-7 prop and you posting your 6-7 challenge videos? Can you also do a close-up and show the 6-7 prop?
Alright, so this is the 6-7. I honestly, I had heard it like going around in like Fortnite and whatever, because I play Fortnite a lot with my kid. And then him and his sister are constantly saying it. But one day, a couple weeks ago, he just came home with it from school, and he's like, "Oh, Dad, can you like put this in your videos and do tricks with it?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I probably could. I could do some cool flips over it or whatnot." And then I just started doing like tricks over it, and some people wanted to like join in and do it make it a challenge or whatever. But I mean, I don't really care. Like, just whatever. If you want to do it, do it. I was just messing around, so. But no, it's pretty cool. I think it's just 3D printed 6.7. But it's pretty cool. And he just wanted me to use it and like do some tricks over it. But it's actually also really cool because I learned that it can hold a board. So it's kind of neat. Like, you can just set it up and just let it hold your board like it's ready for you. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Going back to fingerboards, what's your favorite board that you like to use, and can you share and talk about your fingerboard collection?
I have a lot of fingerboards, so I'm not gonna like try and dig them all out and like show them all off. I do have a video of my entire collection posted on TikTok and Instagram. So if people are interested in seeing all of what's in there, I think there was like almost 60 different setups. You can go check it out there. That way you can actually like see. I should do one where I'm talking about everything and like what it is, because I think that one I just like showed it to the camera and threw it in a bucket. But I should probably make a video where I tell everybody, like this one for instance, is a 38mm goo, higher die mold, curb killer with Joy Cult, Skyrocket wheels, mini wheels, and then deli trucks. This is a really dope board. Yeah, I actually really like this board a lot. And then this is a deck that I got myself for my 40th birthday. So it's a 40mm, 40th birthday 40mm deck. 40mm wide boy, 36mm Black River trucks, and Peak wheels. And this thing is probably one of my favorites. I use this one a lot. I got this one the other couple weeks ago. It's just another goo squared symmetrical popsicle. 36mm and 36mm trucks, and pyro turquoise wheels. And then of course I got this Holy Grail. Literally I got this thing probably like a week ago. And actually I think I got it last Monday. No, sorry, last Thursday. I got it Thursday, so I don't think I've had it for a week yet. And no, I've had to have had it for a week. So I think this Thursday will be the second week of having it. And yeah, the graphic is less than desirable in my taste. But I really like the top ply graphic. I thought it was really cool. But when I was putting the tape on, because I used ducky tape, so I was putting the tape on, I messed it up and I tried to peel it up to readjust it, and it started peeling the top graphic off. So I just like slapped it back down and said screw it, like bubbles and all.
You share your fingerboarding videos on multiple social media platforms, so how did you build your community as a fingerboarder? Was it smooth sailing, or was it very challenging to get where you are now?
I honestly don't think I'm really anywhere. I just mess around and post videos online, but I try to like add people that are like relevant or like into the same stuff. If it says like FB in their name, then I'm going to add them because I want to see clips. I want to get ideas. I want to be inspired by the community. I want to network. I want to like help grow my community and my page, as well as grow the community in a whole for fingerboarding. I've given so many free fingerboards away to like just kids. Like, here kid, just take it, you know, like try to get people into it, dude. It's fun. It's fun. And it's a way to still skate even in your old age if you're unable to go skate because you don't have health insurance. Oh yeah, so no, it wasn't really smooth sailing, but I have like 5,000, like 5,200 followers or 5,300 followers on my main TikTok account. And now I'm trying to grow a completely separate one because the separate one I'm doing is ladykiller.fb, but I wanted it to be strictly fingerboarding stuff. And on my like main account, I like post weird stuff, like weird videos, UFO videos, videos of me talking about like random encounters that I've had with weird stuff like the pterodactyl in Fountain Hills, Arizona back in 2016. Real shit. But yeah, so like my main account's a mixture of stuff, but I wanted to have a completely separate like account for strictly for fingerboarding, and then that's the ladykiller.fb.
Are you aware of any misconceptions about fingerboarding? And what's your response to people who think fingerboarding is just a hobby for kids or think adults are lame and childish for using tech decks or fingerboards?
Honestly, if they don't like it, they can not like it. Like, I don't fingerboard to look cool, and I don't fingerboard to impress people, and I don't fingerboard for what others think. I fingerboard because I enjoy it. It's fun, and like I said, it's a way for me to still skate without breaking my bones. I broke my leg when I was 17 doing a spine transfer, and that was a pretty bad injury, and the doctor said I would never skate again because I broke my leg in like 3 different places. It looked like an arrow. But that wasn't true. Like, I was back on my board in like, I think it was probably like 6 months. I broke it April 1st of 2003. And then I laid up playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 on PS1 for like 4 months. And then I got my cast off. And then I took it easy for a few weeks, maybe a month. And then I was back on my board. I lost just a tiny little bit of like range of motion, but that's really not much, honestly. But I don't have health insurance right now, so skateboarding, I mean, I can't go breaking my bones, man. Can't do it. Sorry. So I'll fingerboard instead. And if you think I'm lame, think I'm lame, dude. I'm a nerd. I don't care. Like, I can't live my life for what other people think of me. I have to live my life for what I think of me, and I'm comfortable with who I am. So it doesn't matter. If people think I'm lame, then they can think I'm lame, I guess. I don't really care, honestly. Personally, I don't really care what people think about me, and I can be a bit of an asshole, so I know that. I don't know. I guess the misconception would be like people thinking that it's for kids. It's for anybody that wants to do it, dude. Like, I'm 40 and I'm still fingerboarding, and I was playing with tech decks and like everything my entire life. So, I mean, it's just like a 40-year-old dude who likes Hot Wheels, like, or the Ninja Turtles, which I do like the Ninja Turtles. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, straight up, I grew up in like the 90s, the 80s, and I am a Ninja Turtle kid. So, TGRI, baby. I'm a nerd. I don't care. If people think it's lame, then that's fine with me. I really don't mind.
I'm curious to hear your perspective, but what has been your thoughts on the Armavation Rotation Trick Challenge? How was your experience participating and seeing other people around the world participate?
It was a challenge, and honestly, like, I was like, when you asked me to do it, I was like, yeah, cool, man, I could totally bang that out. And then I tried to do it, and it was a little harder than I thought it would. Be. Because I don't really do shove-its like into tricks or nose grinds, you know what I mean? But it was just one of those tricks that forced me out of my comfort zone. And I mean, it's not terribly complicated, but it's just like a matter of like whether you do it or not. So, you know, sometimes you just don't do a particular trick as much as somebody else would, and shove-its tend to be that trick. I'm more of like a kickflip, heel flip kind of dude, but I mean, it's whatever. But I eventually got it, and it was all good. But do I think it was a good thing for the community? 100%. And it brings everybody together. It was a way to just challenge everybody, and it's a challenge between yourself, not like a challenge between peers. Yeah, I think it's good, and I think more challenges should come out because it's fun. I'll do another one, and then you had me do it in reverse, and actually that one was a lot easier. But I mean, yeah, it was fun, and I think that it's good for the entire community to jump in on it, even if they can't do it. Like, give it a shot. Like, you're not going to be outcasted. You're just not in the club. Sorry.
What things do you like and things you want to see improved within the fingerboarding community?
I mean, I just like people to be chill and accepting. Like, there's no difference between an 11-year-old fingerboarder and a 40-year-old fingerboarder. We're all fingerboarders. And oftentimes, like, you'll see younger generations, like, be like, oh, why are you doing this? You're too old for this. And it's like, bro, I was doing this before you were even born. So, like, yeah, like, I don't know, man. I just want people to be more accepting of each other. So anybody can do it. There's an old lady, her name's Grandma, and on IG, and she's fingerboarding. And I love seeing her videos too. Like, it's amazing. I just want to inspire others too. So.
Should fingerboarding be a part of the Olympics? And would you want to participate in the Olympics if fingerboarding becomes a new sport?
100% fingerboarding should be a part of the Olympic Games, because it's a sport that you do with your fingers, and people don't really understand that it actually takes a lot of skill and talent to be able to do these things with your fingers. Like, I play poker, and professional poker players will sit at a poker table and they'll shuffle their poker chips with one hand, and I was like, man, I want to do that. So I like pulled up a video on YouTube, like, I don't know, by like 14 years ago, and I taught myself using that video how to shuffle chips. So I did the same thing with trying to learn how to heel flip, but it didn't really work out. I looked up hella tutorials. But yeah, like, that's what it should be like, man. I think it should be in the Olympic Games. Why not? But I think a lot of things should be in there. Like, I don't know if billiards is like an Olympic sport, but it should be. And like bowling too. Why not? Like, I don't know. Yes, that's my answer. Yes, and I'm firm on it. I don't care what anyone says. Yes. X Games, Olympic sports. Like, let's go. Why not? It'll be fun.
Okay, what advice would you give to people who are considering getting into fingerboarding, or for new fingerboarders out there just starting out?
Don't get discouraged. Like, this is hard, so don't get discouraged if you're trying to do a trick and you just can't get it. Like, don't let that get to you. Just keep trying. And I promise you, if you stick with it, you will get it. It's sometimes just takes you a little longer than other people. I struggled with heel flips for so long, and honestly, I can do them so fine now, but I think the biggest part was because it's backwards between a skateboard and a fingerboard, so that's what really messed with my head and made it impossible at first to do it. But just stick with it, and don't let other people discourage you either. If they call you, say you're terrible or whatever, like, don't listen to that. Just keep on keeping on. Keep skating. Because it's really, at the end of the day, all about having fun and expressing yourself. So that's all that matters, really.
Lastly, Michael, what's next for you? What do you want to accomplish next? Also, is there anyone you want to shout out or people you want to mention who has helped you throughout your journey?
Yeah, let me shout out my homie Repo Decks, and shout out the homie Backyard Boards. Let's see, who else do we know? Yeah, I think that's just off the top of my head. I'm just gonna shout those guys out. And then what do I want to accomplish? I mean, I just want to keep fingerboarding, dude. Like, I had a brief sponsorship with a company until we had a disagreement, and then I left, but it was just like a really sour kind of deal, so I hope that future deals aren't like that, because it really sucked the fun out of it for me for a minute. But I mean, I just want to like collaborate with anybody and everyone, like, and get better. That's, I think, what we're all out here for, is to have fun and get better. And that's what I think. Yeah. And my journey, I don't know, man, my journey revolves around my family, and like, I hope that one day I can figure out how to make fingerboarding pay the bills, but until then, I'm just gonna keep fingerboarding. But yeah, so I think that's it.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for taking the time to share your journey. I'm very grateful for all you have done to help support me with the educational fingerboarding content, the challenge, and much more. So I always appreciate your support, and I'll continue to support as much as I can and keep inspiring your community. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, hope you learned something, and see you in the next one. Take care.
Of course, dude. And I support you, so awesome. And I'll shoot this over to you in an email, and like I said, I hope it's really not terrible to edit, and I hope the sound and everything is good. And yeah, cool, man. And if you need anything else in the future, like another interview or tutorials on how to do tricks or whatever. You want to do another challenge, I'm always down for challenges. I like challenges, man. It like makes me push myself. And I just found, like, a friend of mine just gave me a random trick generator today, which is gonna help me think outside the box, because sometimes I have trouble trying to come up with new combos or tricks, and having a random trick generator to just be like blah 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 blah, do this or that, that's cool. So I find challenges and things like that very inspiring, and they help me get creative and get it flowing. So yeah, all right, man. 46 and Tool out. I'm listening to Tool in the background too, so it's kind of cool. Actually, listen to this. Here, ready? Ah, Danny Carey's amazing. Yeah, so Fear Inoculum is a good album. But this song goes on forever, so I'm not going to make you wait for it, because it's still going to be going, yeah. Alright, peace out.
I am the Arminator.